Pause champ. Dink donk. Dink donk. Hello, chat. Is anybody here? Are we back? Hey. Hey guys. I missed you. So fortunately, I highlighted where I was at before I was reading Connor's message. So we're good. We're good to go. Hey guys. Also, I don't know if Star's still here, but good night. Welcome back. Thank you, Corey. I like the colors. I commented on it yesterday a lot, but tapped it. No, you're fine. You're fine. You guys keep apologizing. You don't need to apologize. It's fine. Alright. Back into it. I laughed. Okay, let's go back a sentence. The conversation rolled into her talking about how they're so close and that he's practically his best friend and no one could ever know him better. I laughed since I spend the most time with him on paper and asked if she knew what he had for lunch the other day. She chuckled and said spaghetti. She was right and I laughed it off. Everyone appeared to be uncomfortable and she once again reiterated that they knew each other best. I laughed and told her I spent more time with him than her. It's crazy how she knew so much. The night continued, but this past 2 days, Josh hasn't spoken to me, and when I asked him if I had done something, he told me my behavior at dinner was rude and unfair to him and his wife. He hasn't spoken to me after this, and I'm wondering if I am truly in the wrong. Okay. I'm gonna do the command again because I forgot what things were. I think I know my answer. Sounds harmless, true. I feel like this is a big tone thing. Oh, for sure. I typed nya at first. I'll give you guys 1 minute on this one because it looks like you already have your opinions. Yeah, so I'll let you guys vote before I say anything because I don't want to sway the votes in any way. Only one person has voted. There we go. We got a second one. I agree with one of them at the very least, one of the votes here. So my response here is that nobody is. However, some of them should work on their personalities a little bit. Some of them are getting a little gatekeepy. I think both the significant other and the OP are a little gatekeepy on their relationship with Josh. So I'm gonna go with nah. I'm gonna go with nah. So let's see. Ooh, someone said YTA. What could you possibly have to gain by that besides making his wife feel bad and insecure? True. Everything you say should check 2 of 3 boxes. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Your comment was 0 out of 3. That's very funny. OP to seek validation on that. True. Spends most time with him. OP is jealous of this guy's wife. Cannot imagine what else would compel OP to act like this. Yeah, I don't think it's meanie worthy, you know? OP's delusional. All that time he spends with her, he's getting paid. True. True. Okay. Alright. Next. Everyone says yes. Incorrect title. There wasn't any joke. True. Testing his wife with questions about his lunch. Wasn't anything to correct as she was right about what he had for lunch. Thinking that the amount of time spent together in one day means you know more about him. Yeah. These guys make good points. But again, I don't think it's enough to warrant this. I definitely think I'm gonna go with nah still. Definitely jealous, for sure. Undoubtedly. Let's see, everyone's saying you. Why is that though? What does that mean? Among who? Are the other people at the thing? Just don't know enough on the delivery to say anything. Well, yeah, they probably selectively chose what to share with us. Went way over the line. I think went over the line, but not way over the line. In the right setting, it could have been a joke. It definitely would have made people uncomfortable, but in the right setting. But I want to read this one. I was looking forward to this one. Oh, wow, it jumped. What was it at before? It was at like 1.6 or something. Now it's at 2.4. People really be on here. Kind of want to say, nah, it was just a joke. Shrug it off. Don't take it seriously. It was just a dinner and all. It was unnecessary for sure. Yeah, definitely unnecessary. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hate somebody for it. Like, if I was the spouse or just Josh in that case, I wouldn't be like, you are the worst person in the world. It was kind of a joke, right? Well, if you know him so well, what do you have for lunch? It does sound like a competition, but also if tone, because you guys mentioned tone a lot, you're right. It's hard to tell, and the OP didn't really share how they said it, so who knows? Probably I got a right to be taken aback. Bad joke, but that's life. Yep. Yes, swing and miss. Have one related about me. Mind if I post it in chat? Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna read this one and then I'll read yours. Can actually watch Dream Note without it freezing. Hi, Noah. That's funny you say that because this is probably the least movement stream. It's just gonna kind of just staring at a page for a little bit. But hi, Noah. We're deciding if people are meanies or not. All right. Are you guys ready? Am I the meanie for telling my parents I want to do something special for graduating and not eat lunch in a parking lot? I ate lunch in a parking lot, not for my graduation, but for we wanted to have dinner not at home in I think May of 2020. So because of more behavior they left out. Yeah. True. Kind of cracked in Valorant when I can play. You'll have to see it, Noah. You'll have to see it. Get good internet, popping off. Nice. All right, here we go. Oh, this is a college degree too. Okay. I read it. I'm graduating with my college degree in just a few weeks, and my parents are coming into town for graduation. We are a solid middle-class family, but my parents are extremely budget conscious, and we grew up watching every single penny, and most would consider them to be cheap, even if we didn't have to. They did a lot of things to save money growing up, but one of the biggest is packing their own lunch and dinner whenever they would go anywhere. Sporting events, concerts, vacations, anywhere you could see them with a huge cooler filled with sandwiches or a portable tailgate grill to cook up something in the parking lot. They never go out to eat, and while that's fine and taught me good money habits, the inconvenience of it all got to be a pain. From lugging giant coolers around all day, to losing space in the car for road trips, to honestly the embarrassment of the weird looks we would get from grilling in the hotel parking lot, it just registered that it wasn't normal. The older I get, the less sense it made, especially when you're on vacation. The last thing I want to do is run to the grocery store or have to put it some work to get my meals. On top of that, I always enjoy trying new restaurants and different foods, so when I got into doing things on my own, I realized I wasn't going to be this way. For some reason, packing sandwiches is something that is really important to them. I don't know what it is, but anytime there's a suggestion to do something other than that, they don't take it well. On the day of my graduation, it was suggested that they pack sandwiches for lunch and eat them in the parking lot after graduation was over. I raised an objection to it, saying that I will have just accomplished something big, and quite frankly, the last thing I want to do is immediately set up lawn chairs and set out in the heat in dress clothes eating a sandwich, and that we should go to one of the cool places in my college town. I suggested we go somewhere low-key and not remotely expensive, enjoy a nice meal, and just relax and enjoy the day. They went on to lecture about how, well, this is what we do, and all sorts of other stuff. So I just resorted to saying that I was going to go out with some friends instead, but I'd be happy to hang out with them after that. I really don't want to be pampered or spoiled or go to some 5-star steakhouse, but I was irked that my once-in-a-lifetime accomplishment would just be shrugged off and we would treat it like any other day. They didn't take this well and got upset at me, calling me ungrateful and saying I was being difficult for no reason. They're still going to come, but the conversation has surely been a sore spot. So, am I the meanie for wanting to go do something different, or should I just have gone with what they wanted to keep them happy? Yeah, Noah, I wanted to say do it and Noah. Noah, you absolutely should. You can make a throwaway account. Lots of people do. Let's see if this one's a throwaway. No, it's not, but some of them are. So weird, the parents. I agree. I'm gonna make a poll anyways, just to see what y'all think. Let's see if I remember the options here. Alright, I remembered the options. So we're the parents, I get family traditions, that is college graduation, let them enjoy yourselves. Exactly, but also they just spent a whole lot of money for this guy to graduate college, and then they want, the kid wants them to spend more money on the kid. I see a little bit of a situation, but it's not enough, but I'm shifting to something for poll. Yeah, we'll see. Now what I'm saying isn't, I'm not trying to sway any votes here. I definitely am going to agree with anyone who put NTA here. Very ridiculous of the parents there. Spend more dinner, it's a dinner, not a, spend more money, it's a dinner, not a college tuition. Correct, you are correct. But I would imagine that's an argument that the parents brought up. Is that we just spent so much money on your college education and you want us to spend more money on you after you graduated? That's ridiculous. I feel like that's, but also you have room to splurge, especially middle class, like comfortable middle class, you have room. Graduation, it's already money dump. What's like another couple of $100 on top of it for cool dinner? But I mean, even then, they said that it was a cheap dinner, so definitely see the parent side here. At the same time, depending on how OP passed the story, I feel like delivery of the parents was off. Maybe. Let's see. Skimping on a vacation meal, thrifty. Skimping on a celebratory graduation meal, cheap. Absolutely agree. Saving money, but also an occasional splurge for things that matter to them or are worth the price. Yes, $99 pair of durable shoes better than a $10 ill-fitting. True. Pop off. You want us to spend more money on you? What do you think we are, your parents? Yeah. They can eat PB&J in the parking lot. You can enjoy a delicious lunch with your friends. If you use social media, be sure to post a few photos from the restaurant. Yeah. Yep. Parents are cheap, aren't considering your feelings at all, putting out lawn chairs in the parking lot. Yeah, that does sound ridiculous. Supposed to be celebrating your accomplishments, doing something you appreciate. True. If it was a genuine financial burden where they simply couldn't even swing the $20 to go somewhere cheap, that would be different. But even then, they should be at least proposing a cool location, not a parking lot. Yeah. I have a test tomorrow morning. One of the 4 for that class. I haven't studied much to it. It's worth 20% of my grade. I'm already not doing well, and I'd have to ace that and the next one to pass. I currently have a headache, which does not make it that better. Would I be the meanie if I overslept tonight and did other classes homework tomorrow morning instead, since I feel like that grade is unsalvageable now? Or do I waste 2 hours trying my best with some bunch of calculations I do not know in order to save my grade and not tank my GPA? Pedro, you kind of gotta weigh, you gotta weigh your priorities here and determine if that class is one that you'd be willing to retake, or it doesn't hurt to try your best in the class because it could save you from having to retake it down the line. If it is necessary for your degree, then you should absolutely try to do it. But if it's like an elective, if it's just a random, I don't know, photography class that you're wanting to take, then I'd say drop it. But let's hear from the friends if anyone has opinion on Pedro's here. I feel like on top of other stuff, they just go, I'll go off with my friends, you do your thing, which could have been a little rude, but they should have the right to their own thing if they want, generally. Yeah, for sure. I probably would do something very similar to OP and be like, yeah, if it, you know, I want to do something special. I don't want to sit in the parking lot and eat my sandwich. It's a big deal to graduate. And like OP said, it's a once in a lifetime accomplishment, you know, unless you pay for it again, which is very expensive. And I'm sure the parents would hate to do that, but they, you know, they have to spend more money if they want to redo it. So might as well do it right the first time. These parents are rough here. They're rough out here. I'm gonna drink my Dr. Pepper real fast. I got Dr. Pepper and black cherry Mio in this. Amazing! Amazing! If you know, you know. Alright. Ooh, I like the wedding ones. Oh! Another wedding one! This one has more upvotes, but I want to read both of them. So I'll come back to this one. I don't Okay, that one's not. I was like, no shot. We got 4. We got 3 weddings in a row here. Chances these are all the same wedding? Wabo combo, yeah. That's crazy. Last is part of my grade system. Nothing immediate is locked out if I fail it. So it's not a prereq. Retaking it is bad, but not an immediate problem. Okay. And Pedro, I think, well, I can't make the decision for you. If I was in your shoes, if it's not a prereq and if you have room to take it later, then I would say focus on your other classes. If you think that class is just it's not possible for you to pass and there's no extra things that you can do, then I'd say just leave it and don't bother. But ultimately, like I said, up to you. Best of luck with whatever you choose, my friend. I hope you make the decision that's best for you. And your sanity. Your sanity comes first, my friend. Alright. Pulling out as maid of honor at my sister's wedding. Okay. My older sister is getting married in a few months. Oh. In the 3rd semester, that class is a prereq for stuff on the 5th, so if I fail it now, I'd have to pass it next semester. Right. Do you have room to take it next semester? So if you do, then do it. Do it then. What time did I start stream today? 7? No, 8. Would have been 8, right? Yeah. A little after 8. Absolutely? Okay, perfect. Then take it next semester. And try to pep OG all of the stuff that you learned so that it's a breeze next time. Alright, here we go. My older sister's getting married in a few months, and I was supposed to be maid of honor, but 2 weeks ago I had made the decision to pull out. My sister is angry, and I have told her that she needs to understand my position here, but she claims I'm only making excuses, so I said I would let you guys decide. Family argument? Let's take it to Reddit. My husband and I adopted our kids from foster care 2 years ago. Our son was 6 and our daughter was 4. We had them for a year before the adoption was finalized. Days before we all went into lockdown, our daughter was diagnosed with RAD, reactive attachment disorder, which in our case meant she was prone to anger and did not form attachments with people, including us, and it was both a relief and a curse. It was a curse because it happened when we couldn't attend in-person therapies and she needed them. It was months before she could attend therapies in person, and she did not cope well with being cooped up with us. We finally started to see some improvements with her, and life was starting to take some shape. But then life went to crap several weeks ago. One of their former foster parents was in jail and got out. We were notified, and the social worker did a poor job of the notification in that she just announced it at the door with the kids in earshot. It resulted in what I would call a relapse of RAD in our daughter and in our son. And in our son, he became very emotionally distressed and clingy and has needed to go under evaluation to see what the best course of treatment is. Right now, I am the parent they do better around, especially our daughter, who is starting to reject my husband again, and the healthy attachment she had with him is almost non-existent again, due to what we believe is suppressed trauma relating to their former foster home. Right now, I am not working. I am basically working through therapies, and we have moved to school online for both for the upcoming year due to the challenges we are now facing. I can't dedicate time for my sister's wedding. We are unsure whether I will even make it. I can't put stuff on my husband relating to our daughter while I focus on maid of honor stuff because it is a safety issue. Their interactions are done with me around or in a controlled environment with a therapist present. My sister does not feel this is a valid reason to drop out. She said I should be putting her first here, and as her only sister, being maid of honor should be important to me. Am I the meanie? All right. This one might have mixed reviews. We'll see. Bonk. Alright, send it. I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes on this one, just in case you want time to think. Man, that's rough. That is terrible. TLDR, okay, basically, sister has, or sorry, OP has 2 kids, from foster care, and, one of their old foster parents got out of jail. The social worker came in and told the family that, and everybody heard it, so, they are struggling as a family now, and they need to work on that. Maybe some posters bias here, but I feel like I got a leaning. Okay, alright. And basically Pedro, they're trying to figure out if they are the meanie for not being maid of honor, because maid of honor has a lot of responsibilities, for weddings, at least traditionally, so, she does, our OP doesn't think that they'll have time to do it working with their family and all that, so. Personally, I'm gonna say NTA. However, I think a way that we could have potentially helped the situation is by trying to assist the sister as much as you can. And obviously dropping out of maid of honor was probably a good move for her, but also trying to work with the sister and be like, sorry, I can't make it. I feel bad because you're my sister. I want to go to your wedding. That is if they have a good relationship. I'm assuming they do. Try to help as much as they can, but also half in, exactly. Yeah. Definitely come to some kind of agreement, but I don't think OP is NTA. Even just bridesmaid, but not of honor. Yeah. Well, the thing is, they're not even sure if they can make it to the wedding, but yeah. Involves relatives in jail. It's really kind of hard to deal with it. I know want to be there. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's see. She said I should be putting her first. LOL, no. NTA. Yeah. Does have a right to be disappointed, and it sucks that it's such short notice. Kids are, yep, kids are important. Need their money, need their mother. Oh my god, sister needs a reality check for sure. Let's see. NTA. What is she talking about? Yep. We're doing a responsible thing for not. Yep, true. Priorities are well placed. Yeah. Okay. NTA. Let's see what this guy says. Wedding is important. Your children's health, safety, and well-being is even more important. Things improve enough for you to be able to go to her wedding and support her, but as things start acting as a worst case scenario and letting her know now that she can't be maid of honor and might not be able to attend is a smart choice and saves everyone in the long run. I agree. Gives her time to find another one. Reasons are entirely valid. Yep. Absolutely not. There's no shot that the bride isn't. Oh my god. Noah, best way to go about that, at least I learned from Overwatch, is watching, so lots of coaches. Oh, well, we already know. I wish there was an option to hide this, but we'll see anyways. I'm excited to read this. No, something I learned from Overwatch is some coaches will have video submissions and they will make a YouTube video on their critiques and stuff and helping someone. And that's how I learned to play Overwatch, and that's why I hit headshots and know where people are and do the most damage. So try to find Valorant coaches on YouTube, see what they have to say. Just watch videos. It doesn't matter if they're similar playstyle to you, they're probably gonna still give you good advice. But alright. Am I the meanie? Also, anybody watching the VOD, the poll ended up saying NTA. So 100% on that. Alright. Am I the meanie for not wanting my fiance's grandmother? 98 female at our wedding. That is impressive. Okay. I might pronounce fiance as finance, so I'm sorry if I do. You guys know what I mean. I would get it if OP said the grandma. I think I formed my answer. Oh, Okay, let's see. My finance, just kidding. My fiance, 30 male, and I, 28 female, are getting married next month. Everything is going great, but we have been having a serious argument about having his grandmother at our wedding. We've agreed to not have kids at our wedding, as we want the reception to be a huge party for your adult friends and family with dancing, loud music, and an open bar. However, for precisely the same reasons that we don't want kids there, I don't want his elderly grandmother at our wedding either. I said she can come to the ceremony, but not the reception. It will be extremely loud, and I want it to be a party atmosphere, and she will be extremely out of place. For context, none of my grandparents are still alive, and he still has his last living grandmother. This has caused a huge fight since she said she has always dreamed about being at her grandson's wedding. He is her oldest grandchild, and she probably won't make it to the next family wedding. Yeah. Which is why I said she's more than welcome at the ceremony, but she will just be too out of place at the reception. She and he both insist that she will be fine and wants to go to the party, but I just know it will inevitably lead to us dealing with her and taking care of her, and I just want to get drunk and let loose with my friends. She's now really upset and won't talk to me, and my fiance is also angry. I think I am within my right to make this request. I am the bride after all. AITA. Bridezilla, exactly. Here's the thing. I understand that it's your day, but it's also your spouse's day. So just because you're the bride doesn't mean that there's another bride, doesn't mean that there's a groom. Okay? It's a two-parter, sometimes even a three-parter. Mostly though, it's usually a two-parter. There's two people making the decisions here, okay? And it's ultimately up to both of you. So if you're at a disagreement, you gotta work something out because you're gonna be doing that for the rest of your lives. People over the too old can't party seemed ridiculous. If she's not racist or rude, whatever, let her in. Yeah. Alright, let's do the poll. Even though I mean, I already know what it's gonna say when I scroll down, but let's see anyways. What you guys think. I shouldn't have made it 2 minutes, but we'll find it. I'll figure it out. And this is why I hate weddings. Spend it all on a honeymoon, marry at the court, and have a nice life. Yeah, removes a lot of the drama. For sure, for sure. Excuse me, I had to burp. Okay. YTA, let's go. I agree with you completely, and I just voted along with you guys. So we got so far 100%, but just as much the groom's wedding as the bride's. Exactly, exactly. Be upset too if I lasted 98 years only to be told I wasn't allowed to party. Exactly. Yeah, I am the bride after all is entitled. Bridezilla. Like Corey said, it's a Bridezilla moment. So, yeah, this is definitely a YTA. Ooh, this one's got a lot of rewards. Not sure how you could be more. Yeah, you're hearing the love of your life say this is important. You're hearing someone really important to your partner say this is important. And you're putting getting drunk ahead of that. She's been a grown adult longer than you've been alive. I'm pretty sure she can handle any tiredness and noise as she wishes. If I was your partner, I'd be noticing the red flags. Absolutely. I agree, Noah, 100%. That sucks. Have you heard of clubbing? Go with your friends another time. Exactly. Is that not what a bachelorette party is for? Exactly. And you could just throw a party. You can have an after party if you want. She's not a kid, and you won't have to take care of her. Honestly, this would be enough for me to call the wedding off. Get over yourself. I want to see. Here, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna look at their account real fast and see what else they've posted. Oh, nothing. They made their account today. Okay. I was gonna say, let's see what else they've posted. Make sure they have someone there as a caretaker that isn't the bride or groom. Exactly. I was thinking a parent, probably. And it says I'm the bride after all. That's not your husband anymore. True. True. Alright. Thanks for the info. I didn't think of that. Oh my god. Okay. Another wedding. Am I the meanie for stealing my sister's dream wedding? Ooh. My 26 male okay. My 26 male sister. Oh my, okay. I got so confused for a second. I was like, because the way that I've been reading this is like that. Like that's how I read it. And I was like, wait a minute. You know, I is something wrong here? Are we misgendering somebody? I have realized that it's this. That I have. Okay. My 26 male sister, 28 female, went to school in a town that is popular or is a popular destination for some of the people in our area. Because of this, our parents bought a condo nearby. Oh, nice. School. Okay. There's a hotel there that is known for weddings. School. True, Noah. Yeah. Hotel there that is known for weddings. We would visit this hotel frequently and eventually became fond of the place. I never considered getting married there until I brought my now fiance, 25 female, there on vacation for the first time 3 years ago. We would look at the rooms and talk about the idea of one day maybe being able to get married there. I also knew my sister liked the place as well, but she had never expressed any desire to get married there from my knowledge. Okay, this is probably going to be important. So keep that in mind. I might have to sneeze. Hold. Nope. Oh, it's still there though. Fast forward to this past October. Okay, this was a year ago. And my sister became engaged to her now fiance, 28 Mel. They ended up planning a wedding at a beautiful venue in the city next to us. After their plans were solidified, I proposed to my fiance in May. We looked at a few places for venues, but ended up exploring the hotel that we knew about from our vacations. We did our research, bargained with vendors, and scheduled a trip to visit with our parents to finalize the deal in person. Then out of the blue, my sister had a complete meltdown. She came to my mom and told her that she wants to stop us from getting married there. She claims this has been her dream wedding forever, and she won't be able to stand the sight of her brother getting married there. We tried to have a phone conversation with her, where she was bawling her eyes out and asked us to cancel our plans. She said that the hotel means so much to her since she went to school near there and has more memories than we realize. And she couldn't believe we would even consider looking into it, knowing how upset this made her. We also learned that her fiance did not want to get married at this hotel, and that played a part in their venue choice. Over the past 2 months, we had brought up the venue multiple times in front of my sister and never heard any concerns from her. 2 days passed, and she is still mad that we haven't canceled our plans. My parents offered her to cancel her wedding so that she could replan hers at the hotel. She talked to her fiance about this, and he still said he did not want to get married there. Then, after a week of ongoing conflict, my parents and us had a final meeting on our wedding plans before the trip. Apparently, my sister had access to the camera system in my parents' house and spied on the meeting. This is where I believe I may be the meanie. She heard me say the following: I have little sympathy for my sister at this point. This sent her over the edge again. She accused my fiance of manipulating me into having our wedding here since there's no way my brother cares this much. Jump to last night, and we just learned that she is threatening to move across the country with her fiance since she feels that her immediate family no longer cares about her or her feelings. Oh man, I just need to read this part again. She accused my fiance, of manipulating me into having our wedding here. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see what you guys think. All right. Get that poll. Sensing some undiagnosed conditions here. Maybe. Yeah, this is rough here. I have little sympathy for my sister at this point. Honestly, she's making a big deal out of, I understand dream wedding, but be happy for your brother, right? Does she care about her brother's feelings? Everyone sucks here, and here, this is what we're working with, Noah. Yeah, it's also this is oh sorry. Spied on the meeting. That's rough. Like that right there would have been like, okay, yeah, you're done, you know? Especially admitting that. Like if I were to do that, I would keep it in the back of my head. it is over the top. That is too much. Everyone is saying NTA, let's see, NTA, don't care, or I don't want this to come off the wrong way. Something is wrong with your sister. For her to care that much, seemingly out of the blue, is weird. For her to bawl her eyes out and spy on you over wedding venue is alarming. If you're going to spy on someone, you may not like what you hear. True. His sister sounds like she is way too immature to be married, or be getting married. She cannot get her act together and her fiance figures out she is crazy. She might find out that her wedding may end up being called off. She'd probably like that, so then she'd get her dream wedding venue, right? I understand feeling bad for what he said about his sister, but it wasn't unwarranted for sure. She did not choose that venue and has no right to ask you not to get married there since that was her dream. Too bad her dream won't come true. Your wedding should be another nice memory at the hotel. True. She'll have to move across the country since everyone isn't buying into her unreasonable demands. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Paranoia is next level creepy. Spot on OP and intently listened in a private conversation. Yeah. Commander-in-Chief. Oh, yeah. Some of the flares on here are great. Dream weddings are a big deal, but you have to tell people about it before. Yeah, exactly. Like I highlighted at the beginning, never expressed any desire to get married there. To their knowledge. So that's enough for me, you know? Uh-oh. Plan to be married elsewhere. Exactly. Exactly. It's a moment of be happy. Your dream may not come true, but you can see other people's dreams come true. You can see people living out your dream, which will suck. But if it's your family member that you supposedly care about, you should be happy for them. That's my opinion. Going as far as doing equivalent of tapping a telephone. Uh-huh. Yeah. I didn't get this, you should either. Uh-huh. So, this one I'm a little scared of. But we'll do it. There's another Josh. Shout out Josh. Alright. Am I the meanie for complimenting my son's girlfriend? I want to say, yeah, okay, alright. I, male 56, am a married man and have 2 sons. 2 years ago, my older son Josh, male 23, started dating his work colleague Lucy, female 21. Lucy is a smart, well-behaving girl, even though she is very shy, and it took her some time before she started to feel comfortable around me and my wife. Nowadays, though, we both have a good contact with her, or at least I think so. Sorry, I had to burp. Okay, 1 week ago, my younger son had his 18th birthday. It means reaching age of majority in our country, so we threw him a rather big party in a nice club with good reputation. Of course, Josh and Lucy were also present. I saw Lucy was feeling a bit uncomfortable. If I understand correctly, she doesn't like visiting clubs and too crowded places in general because she feels like she's standing out. Also, she was alone because Josh at the time was chatting with his brother. I wanted her to feel better because nowadays I treat her basically like my daughter, so I did some small talk to distract her from being in an unfamiliar place. I think I didn't say anything gross. I told her that her dress looks good with her hair color, that she has good taste, and asked where she bought the dress. She thanked me, and we chatted for a while about how she and her sister are choosing their outfits. Weird topic for conversation, I know, but whatever works, it works. Being able to talk with someone she knew, she relaxed. In the meantime, Josh came back, so shortly after I left them not thinking about this conversation anymore. By the way, birthday party went well. I believe all the guests, Lucy included, had a great time. However, day after the party, Josh confronted me. He said I shouldn't compliment his girlfriend. I'm disloyal to my wife, and that he's sure Lucy was feeling uncomfortable. I asked him if Lucy told him so. He said it doesn't matter, as he isn't alright with me complimenting her. I got sorta annoyed and told him maybe he should put Lucy's well-being over his petty jealousy. I tried to explain to him I just saw she wasn't feeling good with being in a place where she knew almost no one, but he just kept repeating that I'm a gross man with a midlife crisis hitting on a younger girl. Since that day, he's avoiding me, and if he has to talk to me, he makes sure to show he's still angry. My wife says he's just young and blindly in love, and I shouldn't worry about that. However, I started thinking, maybe I overstepped the boundaries? I'm not a great father, let alone a great potential father-in-law. Maybe I should just leave the girl alone and pretend I don't care about her. I can't ask Lucy herself because I think that would make the situation really awkward. Hey Reddit, tell me, am I the meanie? So, this is why we don't judge books by their cover, my friends. You know, whenever I read the titles of these things, I make a prediction in my head. Yeah, probably. Or no, not at all. Usually it starts out as, yeah, probably. And this one definitely started out as, yeah, but not meany, creepy. So we'll see what you guys say, and then I will proceed to explain myself. Um, I have a feeling the comments are going to not agree with me, but maybe not. Maybe not. He's seeing that because it feels for bad stuff, complimenting equals hit. Yeah. So everyone's saying NTA. I completely agree. So that's rough. Also, I mean, he's just trying to make small talk. Dress looks good with her hair color. That's something she can change, right? So here's the thing. There's a difference between complimenting something people can change and something people can't change. And if it's something that people can change, it's harmless. Most of the time, I think if you can change a feature about yourself, it's not an uncomfortable conversation thing. And it's something that could be considered small talk. Also, you know, how are you doing? I'm doing well. That's something you can talk about because it can change. But talking about like someone's legs, you're like, oh, you got some nice legs. That can be, you know, creepy. I mean, you can change your legs if you want to work out more, but it's not going to make a difference per se. But hair color, easily changeable. Has good taste. Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Been working on it for 21 years. Ask where she bought the dress. That one's a little bit weird, but you know, conversation is conversation. It's not like a where'd you buy that dress? I'm gonna buy you another one type of thing. Just saying it doesn't matter. It could have been covering for her, assuming he truthfully didn't say anything weird about her. I don't think it's an issue. Yeah? I want to say no. Did she say she was not okay with that? Was she uncomfortable with the compliments? No, then move on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a regular conversation. I feel like complimenting the dress is very much small talk, not hang on her. Exactly. I agree completely. Josh is having some issues here. Josh needs to grow up. Zag said that. Josh definitely needs to grow up here. And understand that people can compliment people and not, you know, be hitting on someone. So close talk, but yeah, it seemed like she didn't mind as long as dad can read the room a little. Yeah, and I mean if she or not considered, if she continued the conversation, too bad. You know, that's good, right? She's not uncomfortable usually. If she was uncomfortable, she'd stop talking, I think. NTA. It would be one thing if Lucy felt uncomfortable anyway, but accusing you of hitting on his girlfriend is a pretty harsh accusation. Yeah. This guy definitely perception of platonic relationships true. NCA, I think what you did was nice, especially visibly looking uncomfortable. Josh's comments were way out of line. True. Makes me worry for the girlfriend. Absolutely. She is too young to be with somebody that immature. Um she should leave, honestly. Go get someone more mature. Once you hit 20, that's kind of I feel like that's when you should find mature people. Relationship emotionally mature. Mom didn't seem to have issues, so I imagine disloyalty is far from an issue. Exactly. If anyone knows bad habits, probably very, yeah. His son really thinks he's 55. Yeah, exactly. Son is so oblivious he can't see his own girlfriend is uncomfortable at a party and comfort her. True. Odd mental gymnastics that can't come from a healthy thought process. Yeah. Yeah, he needs to grow up. Okay, alright. Didn't like that one at all. I'm going for any that are. Hi. Okay. I'm glad you had a good AMA session. Ruining my own Oh, well, this one already has a thing. Should we read this one? It already has a rating, but it has a lot of votes. We can read this one above it if you would rather, but this one already has a thing. Oh, be around a Friday night. SSDs are usually what people use to install video games externally. I'm not the one to be asking. At huge blank. We can bug him once for this one question. I don't mind. I'm sure he doesn't either. I don't know though. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. Is it an external SSD or my PC storage is full? How? You just got a new one. Yeah, I don't know. Can you install another SSD? Oh, there he is. I was just about to text him. That, you know what? I'll let Todd talk because I doubt he's watching the stream. I don't know if he answered that question or not. Okay, he's not answering the question. He's just talking. So, I'm gonna let him do that while I read this. So, let's go. Ruining my own engagement. Okay. The throwaway is pointless. I just got pinged. I know. I didn't expect you to. I can't type I don't expect you. Oh my god. In the stream. I don't know if he's here or not. I just wanted to type. Okay. Let's go. Wait. Ruining my own engagement and their account is not engaged 63. I can only assume that this happened recently. That's very funny. Okay. Throwaway is pointless because the situation is so specific they'll know it's me. My friends say I'm NTA, but I want unbiased opinions. My boyfriend and I went on a family vacation this past weekend. Friday night, he was pressured by my sister and her boyfriend to sneak off and get his ear pierced on the boardwalk. It looked terrible and I hated it. But it's his body, so all I said was, "Okay, whatever." I was more upset that he did something he hated for a person he dislikes. So I'm just gonna assume that he doesn't like the sister and the boyfriend or something. He has terrible self-confidence and this was a bad habit of his, but I thought those days were behind us. We've been dating since we were 17 and 19. We're almost 27 and 29, so 10 years. Did a lot of growing up together, I'd imagine. So then I walked away and walked back to my hotel room because my friend had to go to the bathroom. So this is a family vacation. And there was a friend there too. Okay. Had to go to the bathroom. I figured the walk would also be good to clear my head. I did tell everyone I was going back to the room so my friend could use the bathroom. When we got back, everyone was gone and no one was answering their phones. Apparently, my mom said I lied about the bathroom and that I was really throwing a fit about the earring. Found this out the next day, Saturday morning. Apparently, and I don't know why, my sister and her boyfriend decided to get my boyfriend drunk. He doesn't drink and never has. I have PTSD because of an abusive alcoholic in my life, so the fact he doesn't drink means a lot to me. Having never really drank, he didn't understand how fast those girly drinks can get you drunk. When he started feeling it, he asked to stop, but my sister's boyfriend ordered a bunch more and told him he had to drink them or it would be rude. My sister knows how I feel about drinking. This was definitely done on purpose. I told my boyfriend I wouldn't sleep next to someone who was drunk and to stay with sister and her boyfriend. Sister's boyfriend then proceeded to bang on our door all night like a psycho. This triggered my PTSD. The next morning, Saturday, my boyfriend and I made up. We talked it out and we're fine. We have no issues communicating. We still had fun on Saturday, however my family carried on all day and night. They spilled the beans about him proposing and destroyed all the decorations. My mom still has the engagement ring and won't give it back. Boyfriend bought it, not some family heirloom she has control over. Between the drama and the fact we both caught colds, he decided the trip wasn't the best time to do it. I told him not to include my family. They're toxic and I knew they'd ruin it. However, they say I ruined it. Now no one is talking to me and it's stressing me out. We all live together. Ugh. They say I'm the meanie because I left after the piercing and because I wouldn't share a bed with him Friday night. They say I ruined vacation and made everyone upset. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's see. What do you guys think? What do we think here? What are we thinking? Yeah, that sucks. Now there are a lot of plot holes here. I got confused. We were jumping everywhere, so I was a little bit confused, especially around here. Excuse me. They spilled the beans about him proposing and destroyed all the decorations. That's Running for posting bias. Yikes! I do not like the family. I don't either. And oh, someone went in with an everyone sucks here. Okay, interesting. I do agree. I'm half and half on NTA and ESH just because OP kind of overreacted, I feel, about the thing, the earring, a piercing. But also the partner needs to like the partner is what, 27 or 29? Like they should be able to understand what peer pressure is. I feel like that's pretty important and be like, yeah, okay. Sure, it's funny to go get a piercing, but I'm not gonna drink. My partner doesn't like it. I don't like it, so I'm not gonna get drunk. Also, the brother? Sorry, the sister and the boyfriend? Not cool. Oh, someone went for YTA. Who did that? Oh, whether it was over the earring or if they want or truthful about peer pressure, yeah. Miss Click went okay. Alright. So we got 2 votes for ESH, 1 for NTA. I'm gonna say I'm half and half. I really don't know. Yeah, the family is rough. NTA, what is wrong with your family? Definitely make that last vacation you ever go on with them. Yeah. Oh. What is wrong with your family? A lot. He had been hinting that the proposal might be coming soon, and I kept telling him to make sure they weren't involved, but he's too trusting, and they convinced him to wait for them to arrive before asking. Usually his personality balances mine out nicely, but sometimes it causes him to trust the wrong people and it causes issues. Yeah. Yeah, this guy is right here. He doesn't respect you or your boundaries. Do you really want to marry this person? Steamrolled into doing something by someone who says boo. Yeah, usually the in-laws manipulate their child, not the partner. He's just become an accessory to OP. Wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That guy popped off. Shout out to them. This is a mess. 27, 29, still living with these toxic people. They sound awful. I would understand if it's a cultural thing, living with multiple generations, but in this case, it sounds like a bad situation. Leaning towards NTA because it sounds like your family was out to get you. Yeah. What kind of mother doesn't give back her kid's engagement ring? File a police report if you intend to continue living with her. Maybe that's a little too far, but you're right. If she doesn't give it back, then... We've been trying to save as much as we can and move out as quickly as possible. Yeah, do that. Do that. That sucks. Everyone went for NTA here. Alright. This one already has a rating, so we'll see. My throat's starting to get tired, so I think I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 more. Depending on how long this one is. Ooh, did I do that? No, I didn't. Okay. I did do that. Accidentally pressed a button. Alright. Here we go. People talk. Yeah. Okay. Lying to my husband's grandmother about the severity of an injury she caused to my son. Ooh. Lying about the severity. This could go 1 of 2 ways. My prediction is YTA, but this one says NTA, so we'll see. We'll see. I completely forgot. It told me what it was already. So, anyways, husband's paternal grandmother has an "oh, don't worry, everything will work out fine" mentality. Didn't think it extend to the safety of newborn babies, or I never would have let her babysit my 3-month-old son, even just for 3 hours. About a week and a half ago, while she was babysitting, I got a call from her saying my son had a bit of a tumble. I heard my son screaming in the background, and my instincts said something was extremely wrong, so I said to get off the phone with me and call an ambulance, then call me back and tell me what happened once the ambulance was on the way. She started hand waving it with, "I don't think we need to bother with an ambulance. Babies are tougher than they look, you know, basically made of rubber." Oh boy. When I said he sounded like he was hurt, she admitted he had a bit of a scrape and a bruise, and when I pushed further, she said it was on his head. I hung up and called the ambulance myself because I wasn't about to sit there and waste time trying to convince this idiot that a head injury on a 3-month-old baby is a serious thing. My absolute hero of a boss drove me to the hospital because I was in no state to drive, and I needed to be on the phone to notify my husband and then get the full story from his grandmother. It turns out she not only dropped my son, she dropped him while walking down the stairs, so he fell onto the second from bottom step and hit his head from the third, or on the third from bottom step. She then wasted time calling her son, who told her that she probably, or who told her she should probably call me or my husband. At the hospital, she kept being dismissive, saying I was overreacting and my son would be fine, until I made her leave. As it turns out, my son has a minor fracture in his skull, which will heal on its own, though it will take a couple of months. We are so incredibly lucky. The doctor said a fall like that could have easily caused a life-threatening brain injury, and my husband's grandmother hesitating to call an ambulance absolutely could have increased his risk or a risk of serious disability or death. I was furious with her, but I felt she should know that my son was okay, so I called her. But when she answered me with, "What did I tell you? He's fine, isn't he?" Her condescending tone and I don't know what that word is, attitude to my son's safety made me mad. So I said, "Actually, we're still not sure if he's going to make it." Oh, God. And then the apologies and the guilt and the distress came out. My husband called her later to tell her my son would be fine. My husband's father and grandmother are really mad. They think it was a dirty trick to lie to an old lady about her great-grandson's injury, but my husband and I maintain that she deserved to feel bad about what happened to my son, and she obviously wasn't until she thought his life was in danger. I, for one, will never let her near my son ever again, but I hope she'll now be more careful about the safety of any other children she has care over. I'm not a kid person, but these people are so aggravating. Yeah, that's rough. I think I messed up the order, but that's okay. You guys will figure it out. You can read. Don't think we need to vote for this one? I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm a little bit, see, this one's voted NTA. However, okay, this one's rough for me, actually. Did the poll go through? I don't see it, but y'all let me know. No, it didn't? Okay, let's try again. I don't know what to say, I'll say it anyway. Dying awake. A poll is already active, it says. Bruh. You know, I was just thinking that. I'm reading stories. Thank you. She needs a reality check. Might have deserved it. Yeah. Is it wrong to lie? Generally, I feel it was kind of called for. The human thing to do when your baby could have died to an imbecile's butterfingers and carelessness. Yeah. Nothing else. Taught a lesson for about 3 minutes, I guess. Yeah. They have a right to be angry, for sure. But I think, you know, I don't know about the lying. I don't know if he's gonna make it thing. Cause that is like, that's rough, okay? Like I couldn't imagine the heart drop that she probably felt there. It's you know, she does deserve to feel bad, but not that bad. Like not to the point where she feels like she could have actually killed him. It's possible that she could have. We understand that, but not to she shouldn't feel guilted to the point. Like if the baby's still alive and sent to the hospital, I don't think she should be manipulated into thinking that, "Oh my god, I'm about to get this kid killed. Dead. This kid about to be unalived." That ain't it, you know? Shouldn't call the ambulance. Yeah. I'm just grateful. I am very, very grateful that she had the peace of mind to call somebody. Even if it wasn't an ambulance, I'm grateful she admitted to doing it. Because if not, then the kid probably would have had underlying issues and it would have been probably pretty rough. Kid probably was just getting a bunch of migraines and had no idea why. But that didn't happen, thank God. Welcome back, Emmy. I think I'm gonna read like one more. Oh, I want to read this one. It's another wedding one, but I love the wedding ones. Oh, that's gonna be funny. I'm excited for this one. Took a bit of a tumble. He's still alive, bruise it off. It's not really an option. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Pedro, for sure. Alright, let's do it. Would I be the meanie if I arrived at my best friend's wedding via helicopter? I'm gonna go with no, but let's see. My best friend and I have this long-standing prank or joke where we one-up each other at celebrations. We've been doing this since high school, and we're now in our late 20s. So let's say they've been doing it for 10, 12 years, something like that. To give you an example, for my birthday one year, my friends and I met up at a central location with our cars and cruised around wine country, visited different wineries, etc. My best friend, instead of showing up in his 2005 Mercedes, showed up in a rented Ferrari that only he was allowed to drive. Another example is when we went on a trip to Vegas for his birthday. I arranged for a limo to pick myself and our friends up at the airport and take us to the Airbnb, while he had to take an Uber. His fiance knows about our dumb little tradition and loves it. I have even enlisted her help on several of these pranks. Now he is getting married at his grandparents' ranch in October. The ranch is huge and has a private runway on the property. God, thought it would be funny to continue our tradition by arriving at their wedding via helicopter. The runway is up a hill from where the wedding is held, so the wedding itself won't be impacted by the wind produced by the helicopter's motors. Thank God this person mentioned that. However, when I told the plan to a buddy of mine, he said this would be a mini move, saying it would be too much of an upstaging. It's their wedding and it's supposed to be all about them, since ideally they will only ever have one wedding. So, would I be the meanie? Edit. Yes, his fiance isn't on it. It's a smallish wedding of 40 people. His family, who are basically my second family, already gave me permission to land at the airstrip if I decide to go through with it. And no, we are not rich. Good night. Let's see what you guys think. Bonk. This would be so funny. I agree. I think that would be hilarious. Honestly, dude, I doubt these two are the type to be jealous. Like, I don't think if my best friend did this, I'd applaud them. Exactly, right? I think that would be great, honestly. And if it's a tradition they've been doing for 10 years, that's, why not do it? They do it at celebrations. They did it at a birthday. It would the dude got a limo for everybody but the dude who was having the birthday. Like, that's just comedy. That's funny. Let's see. What do you guys think? NTA and NAH both basically mean the same thing, because I doubt there's anybody, because this is a would I be, so we don't really know if everybody else does, but let's see. You would be. Better idea, fly his bride into the ceremony in the helicopter. After the ceremony, the couple could fly off for a quick flight. Don't tell your friend, but get the this is the original plan? If I had the helicopter stick around until the end of the wedding for them to have a ride, it would end up costing me thousands, which I can't afford. The arrival itself would only cost me around $400. Maybe I'll ditch my grand entrance and just have the helicopter show up at the end of the ceremony, give them a quick sunset sightseeing flight. That will be a funny surprise and more about them than me. Yeah, I like that. That's cute. A buddy of mine just didn't get all the info here. Maybe. Let's see. Ask his fiance. Okay, this was before the edit happened. Run it by his fiance. They're on board. Do it. If not, stick to being a boring person. If you want to. Yeah, due to the bachelor party. Maybe if he has one. Sounds super funny. Ask the fiance. If she says no, then don't. Don't corner her into saying yes. Did y'all read the post? The edit. Oh my god. I wouldn't do it. Upstaging a wedding is a really bad idea. Wrong aspects of getting married. It's a celebration of love between two people, their friends, and family. So since this is a tradition for you two, I wouldn't be personally angry. I think it was funny, but what about the bride? The bride knows. Even if the bride was cool with these kinds of pranks in the past, that doesn't mean she'd be cool with this. Already asked. Even after the edit, I'm still calling you meanie, as you withheld key information until you decided you needed to share it. Okay, that's just, it's not about this part. It's just this dude being salty. Relax. Their fiance and family's in on it. I don't even know what you're doing here. Well, because one guy said no, don't do it. This one is too over the top. It's not a surprise if it requires approval. From the friend, I agree. But from the fiance, it makes sense. Don't upstage a wedding, but I feel like the entire family's in on it. Yeah. Hey, when people take weddings too seriously, especially when it's a bride or mother-in-law. Yeah, I don't know if you were here when we were experiencing the bridezilla moment, but that was rough. Yeah, true, Corey. Get where the person is thinking it's too much of a rude move. It's coming from running gag if you want to do it earlier. Yeah. And here's the thing, right? It's even playing field. It's a level playing field. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be playing this song. This is a sad song. So here's the thing. This dude doing it at this wedding openly invites the other dude to do it at this guy's wedding. So as long as it's the first wedding between the both of them, I think it's fine. I think that's totally cool because he can get back at him, right? And that's the whole gag. That's the whole thing. That's the whole friendship. That's how they're friends, right? So just, I think it's fine. If she's good with it, NTA. I don't think there's a safe way to ask the bride. She's a cool bride. I think she's a cool bride. I remember Ferraris and limos at Vegas. There's what's a helicopter in a wedding? Yeah. You get back and nobody minds. I guess I struggle to see the issue. Yeah. So I say no. I say no. Let me check their account real fast. See what's poppin'. If anything. Went up at helicopter in Vegas. This man's about to get a private jet and he'll deliver the spouse in a private jet. That would be funny. That would be good. Or like a tank. They rent an entire tank and drive it and just yoink the bride for a minute. Good night. Do it, Emmy. That would be great. I'm trying to load this guy's account. It's not loading. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, that was a good one to end off on. I liked that one. Don't think there'd be landing clearance. Bleh. Just land on the roof. I'm arriving in a tank. Y'all convinced me. Yeah. Honestly, Pedro, that would be sick. That would be so sick. And here's the thing. It would be a story to tell. It would be another story to tell. Yeah, I had a friend of mine show up to my wedding in a tank. Like, that's probably 10 times more interesting than anything that would happen at the actual wedding. So, anything to make the wedding more exciting, bet. That's great. Gets people talking about me. Because I was like, oh yeah, at Hunter's wedding, one of her friends showed up in a tank. It's like, gives me attention when I'm not even there to get the attention, but like talking about my wedding is still talking about my wedding, even if it's a negative thing, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Owns an exotic car rental. Maybe I can get someone to drive me to one of them. Dude, that'd be sick. But yeah, so I don't know. Anything interesting to get people to have stories for a lifetime? I mean, usually weddings are pretty memorable, especially if you're part of the wedding or if it's a very close friend. That's a lot of chat messages all at once. So waiting on the Taco Bell wedding invite, Todd doesn't want to, unfortunately. Also, it's like $300. Affectionate. Shows up in a helicopter. Camera pans to a window. Laugh track fades out, dude. Okay. Let me rephrase what I was saying. If you do something crazy, please record it. Okay? I'm just gonna add that on. That's a requirement that you record it, or at least get somebody else to record it happening. That way, if memory fails us, we can still look back on it. A Porsche would be cool if the tank idea turns out to be too expensive. Yeah, I'd imagine tanks are pretty expensive, but who knows? Maybe you could get a sick deal. But yeah. Just don't show up in like a lawnmower or something. Do something cool like a tank, like something you don't see often. So like do like a tank. A tank would be cool. Or like a unicycle, I guess would be pretty cool. A unicycle I feel like would be like I feel like it would be someone's attempt at trying to one up, but it fails. You know, like they're trying too hard to one up. And a tank is just right over that bar where it's like that's impressive and I love that. That is interesting and I'm gonna talk to this guy. But a unicycle is like, oh, I'm just trying to be the star of the show, you know? I don't know how to explain that. I hope it makes sense. I feel like a unicycle is trying too hard because it's so easy to do when a tank is actually putting effort into it. That makes sense. I think that's the best way for me to explain that. This has caused some people showing up to in helicopters. I see what a fascinating old tradition. That would be great. That would be so funny. Easy? Okay, here's the thing. Some people can pick up unicycling pretty easily. If you have a unicycle at your house, you probably know how to ride it, or at least somebody does. We have one. My dad knows how to ride it, right? And he could teach us. I mean, I could try to figure it out. It's just balancing. Should I stream me trying to learn unicycle? That would be TikTok content. I don't think I could stream that. But okay, here's the thing, Corey. Do you think it's easier? Do you think it's easier to rent a tank and drive it to a wedding? Or is it easier to learn how to ride a unicycle? Because think about the tank one, you gotta work, you gotta learn how to do your job, get paid for it, save up enough money to get the tank, potentially drive it. I doubt they'd let you drive the tank, but if they do, you're gonna have to learn how to drive a tank. I don't know either, but I feel like the tanks are a little bit harder than a unicycle. That's my opinion. I don't know. Offering tank rentals instead of limos for wedding couples, pricing around 1.5K USD, depending on the route you want to take. Wow. That's very cool. Very expensive, but understandably so. Tank, God. I don't know if I want to arrive in a tank, but also that would be very unique. It just has nothing to do with my personality, right? It's like me showing up to my wedding on a unicycle. Like unicycles have nothing to do with my personality, so there's no reason, right? I would show up in like my Rocket League car. I think that would make sense. Or like Lightning McQueen. I feel like that would be the vibe. Yeah. Or a VW Buzz. That would be sick. I want one of those. They're supposed to come out next year. That's off topic. All right. My voice hurts. So I'm gonna go rest that and drink some water. Just marry in the courthouse, don't spend on the money. True! That is so true! Pedro wanted to avoid all the drama, but now he's like, oh, I want to show up in a tank. You know? That's funny. Alright, friends. I'm gonna go. Have a wonderful night. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. I appreciate ya. Tomorrow I will be doing a GeoGuessr stream with Brad. At what time? I don't know. I'm going to shoot for 3. Because I don't have softball practice tomorrow. So I'm going to shoot for 3 o'clock. If it doesn't work out, then it'll be probably around 7 or 8. So Look forward to that. I'm shooting for 3. I'm shooting for 3, okay? Fingers crossed that works out. But yeah, that's all I got. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tell us how much you love being new friend. Be kind. Goodbye. Also, Emmy, enjoy your tea party. That sounds really fun. Alright, goodbye. 4. Sorry. Oh my god, my voice was probably really loud there. I'm so sorry.